Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Paul Mendoza, Dr. Speed Selling. This is the Raging Verbalist number 300. We've hit a milestone. Hopefully, you've been keeping track. Glad if you're back. If you're new, welcome. I don't usually jump too much into politics, but you never know where we drift on. Today's kind of a special one because it's a milestone. So, pretty excited about all of that. You can see this every week on YouTube and Facebook. My Facebook group is the Position to Win Book, Position to Win Book. So with that, let me tell you what we're talking about today. I'm on the road. It's been a wild road trip, and drove from Southern California to Denver. Needed to return a vehicle, which happened because I had been in an accident, had to borrow a vehicle, and needed to get it back. So did that. That was a lot of fun. So I'm going to tell you some things about road tripping 25 style as a road warrior. First and foremost is that you have to maximize your efforts while you're on the road. I can tell you that things have continued to change. I've been a road warrior for decades. And the first thing I have to tell you is that whenever you stop, and some people never have to stop, but whenever you stop, I learned this by renting Teslas, by the way. Every time you stop, you want to fill the tank. So that way you're always ready to go as far as you possibly can. The other thing is that, make sure that you pick out, way stops. So I stopped in Salina, Utah. So that was the last place before the Gap. The Gap is 106 miles. So I did that. So that meant I broke it in half. And then, of course, the next day I got to Denver. Once I got there, it was filled with lots of appointments and lots of things. I'm going to point out and push you to make sure that whenever you go out and do things for business, that you squeeze as much as you can into a day, because road time is very, very, very valuable. Had a very productive time in Denver, even though it was short. Ended up coming to Dallas. That was a plane. And I can tell you that one of the things is that if you're going to fly more than a few times a year, TSA pre is essential. Go further, though, and get clear. It is a biometric system, and you go in and they look at your eyeballs, and it also can, in conjunction with TSA pre, will get you through the security much faster and much easier. So check that out. Don't get any money for it, but I'm just telling you, as a road warrior, probably a good idea. Lots of people say, well, it's a little expensive. All I can say is, time is finite and hassle factors are big. So if you got the need, go out and do that. Denver Airport was pretty decent, though it was, plane was absolutely packed. They were asking people for volunteers to do that. I have some trepidation going forward because I've got over 1 million points in Southwest that they're now doing. Seat selection is coming, and they're changing these things because there's a new CEO. And all I can say is, if it really works well, which I think Southwest does, then don't try to fix it. My prediction is that once they do that, we're going to see kind of a shitstorm, because people are going to say, but I've got 8C or 8D or whatever, whatever thing they have. People get very proprietary about it. And if you end up with the same crap that you have on the big airlines like American and Delta and United, means it's going to be slower to fill the plane. Last thing I'm going to do is be sitting on a plane waiting for people to try to figure out where their seat is or isn't. That's just, hopefully that isn't going to happen. I can tell you that I rented, another breakthrough is I rented through Turo, Turo. First time ever. Again, I've rented thousands of cars in my life, and it's the first time I've done it. This is like the Airbnb of car rental. I know I'm late to this game, but I finally took the plunge, got a Tesla. Going to see how it's all going to work out. It seems to be pretty good. Other than a little surprise, which is when I picked it up at Dallas Love Field. I had to go walk out, I had to drive out, and there was a nice little, how do you get out of the parking garage? Because they park stuff right in the garage. Well, you got to go pay for the fee, $36 to get it out. That was a little bit of the, welcome to Dallas. Here's a hidden fee. And part of the whole Turo thing is that you're not paying all these bullshit fees that you would normally pay the car rental guys. I mean, I don't know how many, fees I've paid in my life. I mean, when you look at some of those receipts, they've got a circus fee, and they've got we had to have the the flood of 1949 fee. I mean, I got so many fees on these things because, of course, travelers have no choice but to do that. So I'm doing that. Haven't returned it, but we'll see how that's going to work out and happen. Um, Excellent meetings in Dallas. Great to be here. Proves one point, and this is the importance of being a road warrior, is that face to face is the best way to communicate, meet with people, and get things done. And you need to seriously think about that. I live on Zoom, but there is nothing that replaces sitting in a room with customers or clients or even partners and stuff and getting things done. Now, if you really want to think about it, because when you're on the road, you're going to need something to read. Well, go check this out. Most businesses fail in the first 5 minutes. It just takes them 3 to 5 years to realize it, which is my book. You can pick it up at Amazon, Barnes & Noble Books A Million physically, or you can also go to our website, which is position2winbook.com, position2winbook.com. Also, if you go there and buy it, I'll do an autograph for you. Now, you can get it digitally. You can get it as Kindle, Nook, and Apple Books. We also have a book called Remote Work for a Better World. So if you want to do this, which I know is opposite of me talking about being on the road, but Remote Work for a Better World is doing the remote thing better, because I still see people doing it very poorly. And that's available exclusively on the Amazon Kindle store. In the end, being a road warrior is different than it has been before. And I can tell you that one of the things that has changed is how much the digital part is actually starting to work. I've had all kinds of people telling me, oh, yeah, no, yeah, this is all going to happen digitally. This is going to be taking place. And all I can say is maybe down the road we'll get there, but we're getting closer, right? So I could, the Turo check-in was all done through the app. Working with the airline, working through the Southwest app is good. It allowed me to check in and no problems. That was easy. The fact that I've got an app to do with Clear, that makes that easier. And then we see how things keep moving, and then even checking into the hotel was faster because of the digital side. So all that promise, and the reason why I bring it up is that a lot of you may not realize that this promise was made like when the internet was young, so like 25 freaking years ago. So when people say to me, oh wow, we're there, not quite yet, but we're getting closer. So with that, this is John Paul Mendoza, Dr. Speed Selling. I'm the road warrior this week. This has been the Raging Verbalist number 300. Hopefully you're having a great time. Go out on the road and go out and meet some people. You'll find out that it is significantly better than just hanging out and talking to yourself and then talking to people sporadically. And you can change your business and change your life. And until next time, have a great time. Be safe on that road and become a road warrior in 2025 and beyond.